I am so glad Married at First Sight season 15 is almost at the end. They're starting to get on my nerves, yo. Like you're crying and complaining about Stacia not being able to have a conversation with your husband without triggering his insecurities. But 2 seconds later, you're gonna be crying and begging him to tell you I love you. So I'm like, girl, what you too? She too old. You know what it is? She's too old for this foolishness that I just you can't talk to him about triggering his insecurities, which to me, Nate is right about him not having anywhere to go if he moves into your house. He's right, dum dum. But you're triggering his insecurities, but then you want to be crying about him. I love you. Why you don't tell me I love you? And you know what bugs me is like there is so many 40-year-old women that's like Station, just stupid. You ain't got no sense. You don't have no common sense. Like if if you cannot have a conversation with the man you about to commit to spend the rest of your life with, why are you begging him to tell you I love you and begging him to be with you and move it? I don't understand. I don't understand, girl. It's when today's Wednesday or Thursday, girl. I don't know. I figure I get up and give y'all a little bit of something since I've been lacking, and I'm glad they started with the delusional Stacia and Nate, because I really haven't gotten to their parts in the other episode. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out if you can. I absolutely love you and adore you, girl. I woke up. I ain't feeling it today. You see my eyes? Mm-mm. I need to get back in this bed, but we have a protest today at the job. Where's my red t-shirt? Oh, I have my red t-shirt on, my red hoodie. So I gotta get myself out there and be marching with the people, with the saints, and protesting them raising our health insurance 21%. Can you imagine? 21% more on top of what we're paying already. But anyway, so thank you for your love and support. Janice Hylton, we're still working out some kinks. There's one kink I'm trying to work out. I got somebody looking at it. I want everybody to be able to connect to the community tab, and that doesn't seem to be happening. Um, Everybody's able to connect in their group, but not everybody's able to to connect in the community tab. And I have somebody working on that this morning. And because I don't want to start charging you if it's not the way I want it to be. Y'all know how I am. It's got to be perfect for me. Anyways, I love you. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you for your love and support. I absolutely adore you. New books coming soon. Boom, boom. New books coming soon. Okay, so this is the day before decision day or something like that, child. The week before decision week. And basically, the cast is going to be meeting with their loved ones. We see Justin eating popcorn, feeding it to the dog. Yuck. And this is Miss Stacia here talking about she doesn't know if she can have a conversation with Nate without triggering his insecurities. Kristen and Mitch says, Kristen says, we're over at Kristen and Mitch. Kristen says D-Day is coming and she's confused while doing her face mask. And then they started to do his face mask, and he said, "We're starting to become like each other." And I'm like, "You've only been married for 2 days, okay?" Last week you said, "What you said last week? What you said last week? Last week he said, "Oh, he don't know if he can see the future with her." And this week y'all becoming one. I told you they're getting on my nerves. I already told you that. Okay. And I'm like, what? So Kristen is confused. So I think Kristen is confused because he's giving her mixed signals. One day you want to be with me, the next day you can't see a future with me. Then they're laying on the bed and he said he brings a body. What does body mean? I thought he said body, B-O-D-Y. No, no, no. It's B-A-W-D-Y, and it's being humorous about sex And then Kristen say, ladies and gentlemen, my husband, Mitch, whatever, Bernstein, something Steen. And I'm like, is he still going back about? Let me tell you, I don't need you playing around. I don't need no laughing when you're laying the pipe. I just need you to lay the pipe. I need you to put my head in the wall, Mike, and, and lay the pipe. We could laugh after you lay the pipe, but don't be laughing and playing with me, okay? While you're laying the pipe. But I think Mitch does that to try to cover up his insecurities. It's tiny, it don't have work, he's only 20 seconds, and so he does that to cover up his insecurities versus doing stuff to try to figure out how you can last longer. Talk to a medical professional or something. Try to figure out, how can I last longer? That's what you need to be figuring out, Mitch. Not laughing and playing when you're supposed to be laying the pipe. Who's just be getting on my nerves, girl? And so then he gonna say he has doubts that they are the right match for a lifetime. Now I'm gonna give him that. I am gonna give him that. I think while the 8 weeks of being married, these are things you need to think about. Even though last week he said he can't see himself together, this week he's saying he doesn't know if they're the match for a lifetime. I can see that. I can see that. Those are things you should look at and think lifetime. I think people don't understand lifetime longevity. Like, this is it forever. Okay, this is God's will for us to be married forever. Life happens, yes, things happen. But initially, when you get married, I wasn't getting married thinking me and Mike is just gonna last 5 or 7 years, honey. First of all, I don't want to hear nothing about no itchy 7 years. We don't speak death in our marriage. When I walked down the aisle, when I accepted his proposal, I agreed to forever until death do we part. Life happened, things happen. My husband can get up tomorrow morning, not today because he already got up and he don't left the house already, 7 o'clock in the morning. He could get up tomorrow and say, I don't want to be married to you no more. And the marriage is over. Now, I don't have a reason to say that, okay, unless I find something out. But I think Mitch is right. He is right. Can I see myself with this person forever? And in my new book coming out very soon, that's one of the questions I ask. I remember I never, in all of my time of dating, I never did movie as a first date. Never. As a matter of fact, Mike and I never had dinner and a movie for a date. I never did movie for a date because I want to sit across from you and look at you. I want to look at your eyes. I want to look at how you chew your food. I want to see if you pick your nose. I want to ask myself this question. Can I sit across from this person for the rest of my life? Granted, me and Mike, we don't sit across from each other because we have a huge table. Our table holds 10 or 12 or something. I don't know. Anyways, he took half of it out and it's only 8. So Mike is sitting at the end table. Michael is sitting next to him and I'm sitting next to Michael and Lex is sitting across from me. But you know what I mean. And so that is a question to ask when you're dating. Can I see myself with this person forever? And you don't need emotions. You need foundational pillars to make this discussion, because your emotions will hurt, will change. Okay, this is why we don't deal with your emotions. You don't get married based on emotions, because emotions will change. Okay, there's some days, let me tell you, there's some days I don't talk to Mike because he might have said something to upset me. And I know, because my mouth is my weakness, the best thing for me, since I am 45 years old, I just celebrated my 45th birthday. I am 45 years old, and by 45, I should have control over my weakest link, which is my mouth. And so the best thing for me to do, not to cause argument or yelling or screaming or throw off the atmosphere of my home, I need to shut my mouth. So I shut my mouth and I don't talk. I kid you not. I shut my mouth. Don't talk. Shut my mouth. I'll decorate. I'll cook. Because I know, Janice, I know this little thing, as the book of James says, it's a little fire, but it's worse than it's a little thing, but it's worse than the fire. Okay. So I totally agree with Mitch in, is this person someone I can spend the rest of my life with? And the answer is no, Mitch, you cannot. Okay. Stacia meets with Jewel, her friend, and says marriage is difficult. I hate when people say that, but granted, they've only been married 8 weeks, so we're gonna let her have it. By the way, Sister Beverly, I love Alexia's cup, honey. Sister Beverly, did you mean to send this to me? Because I love Butterfly. Butterfly, thanks, Sister Beverly. I love it. Look at how pretty it is. Look at my rings. They need to be clean. Okay. She meets with Joel and she says marriage is difficult. I'm going to let her have it. But ladies, don't speak. First of all, don't marry somebody where your marriage is going to be difficult, okay? But since they've got married on TV, I can understand. And don't speak that in your marriage. You don't want to speak anything, any negativity in your marriage, with the exception if you go to the marriage counselor and you say, this is what's going on, we're having difficulties or whatever. But other than that, you don't tell people that. You don't speak death in your marriage. You speak life in your marriage, or in a teaching environment where you need to share, okay? She said they have a disagreement. If things doesn't work out, where is he going to live? I don't understand why this big old 40-year-old crusty behind station does not understand. That is a realistic concern, ma'am. If he's about to move in your house, ladies, don't you ever let a man move in with you. A man is to provide and is to protect, and he is to provide a place for y'all. But in this instance, Stacia wants to be the man. She's in control. She got the money. She got the house. Now she just needs the sperm, and she will allow him to move in to get the sperm. But it is a concern, Stacia. If it doesn't work out, where is he going to go? Oh, it's not going to happen. He asks, how you know that's not going to happen, Stacia? How you know? Me and Mike's been married for 10 years. Let me hear something about Mike. The first thing I'm going to say, get out. Mike, you have to go. Go. And we've been married 10 years. I don't care where he going to go. He can go to a hotel, something. All right. Mike, you have to go. And I've been married 10 years. I love my husband. My husband provide, protect. I don't need nothing. Everything we need, we would see 7 o'clock. He got the big old black truck came and picked him up this morning because he got to go in the office this morning. Provide. But let me hear some bull crap. I'm going to tell him to get out. We've never gotten to the point where, fighting or anything like that. But I can just imagine if something treacherous happened. So, Stacia, Nate he's right. He is right. Because soon as you get the sperm and the baby, you don't need to be having no kids with your white carpet. She must not have, I didn't get to do this part of the review. I'm going to come back and do it. She must not have been around no kids. I have one child. One little boy. I'm going to try to find some of my pictures and show y'all. Have I ever shown you all these pictures where he take everything off and he's making his fort? You think your house is going to stay clean with kids? A toddler? You think a child is not going to shit all over your white carpet? Little Michael is 7 years old. He's 7. And he had diarrhea one time. By the time he got up out the bed to run to the bathroom, which is right next door, and he's holding his little behind, the poop is falling out. And he's 7. Because you can't control diarrhea. You can't control vomiting. Your kid eats something and it's coming out. What you want them to do, Stacia? Swallow it? Like what? Just don't have no kids. Don't even I was going to say get a dog. You don't even need a dog, Stacia. Go get you some dolls. Get you a doll. DOLL. You don't need a dog and you don't need a child. Because I don't know what universe you're living in. I got to show y'all my picture. Michael has everything in this house. My living room is 18 by 25. He has his painting station over there. He has his kitchen set over there. Unless you're going to lock the kid in the room, Stacia, and then the child cannot play in the house. The child can only play in their room, and then you're going to traumatize them for the rest of their lives, because it's more important for you to keep up your white living room and your white carpet than your child enjoying their home. When me and Michael went to pick out this couch, I told him, pick out brown. It goes with dirt, okay? Because as you have kids, they're jumping on the couch. They're laying on the couch. They're eating on the couch. And I figure by the time little Michael get a little older and we move, then we can get something really nice that he has grown out of enjoying jumping. You're not going to let your baby jump on the couch, Stacia? Because that's a part of growing up and enjoying their home and enjoying how they grew up. Unless you're going to lock the child in the room, then we're going to have to call child service. But Nate is absolutely right. And the right thing to do is to either Airbnb your house and y'all get a space for both of you. Both of you can give input. Both of you can decorate. It's your space. Your house, Stacia, is your house. That is not Nate's house. That is your house. And you will always be able to say, my house. And you were always going to say, I let you move in with me. And you're always going to be able to say, but I let you join your few dollars with me. I told you, Nate is a pookie, okay? Nate is a pookie who wants to do better, and he's going to ride Stacia's coattail until he gets to where he needs to get to. So then she going to say, why are you thinking about it? Because dumb, as a man, he is supposed to think about it. As a husband, a provider, and a protector, he is supposed to look 10 years ahead. Okay? When we bought this house, we bought something. My husband's income, 10 years ago, my husband could afford a $500,000 house. This was 10 years ago, okay? 10 years ago, Mike's income and his credit could have gotten us a $500 house. You know what we got down here? And 10 years later, now we're looking at, we can get a $500,000 house. And my husband's income is up here, and we're trying to be here. That's what men and husband and providers do. They are supposed to look ahead. Because my husband is saying, if anything happened to me based on income and life insurance and investments and stuff, you will be able to live a comfortable life and maintain your lifestyle. That is what husbands do, Stacia. What do you mean? Why is he thinking about it? He should think about it. Because he is right. If anything happened between you and Nate, you gonna throw his ass out on the street tomorrow. He is absolutely right. She claim it's not gonna happen. How you know, girl? How you know he not gonna hook up with Megan? You're not gonna come home and catch him and Megan in your bed. You gonna let him stay in the house? Nate talks to his dad and friend and says he has a hard time with moving with her. He's losing his identity and he feels vulnerable. So put your foot down, Pookie, and do not move in with her. Demand that y'all get a general place for you, but the problem is you ain't got no money. Let me tell you, Nate say he makes 150,000. He lying. He's lying. He's lying. I'm gonna tell you why he's lying in a minute. See, Nate is in the process of becoming, but he's not there yet. He's not there yet. I don't think Nate make $150,000 a year. He said he's losing his identity. You are losing your identity because you're moving in her house. That is backwards. And see, Nate knows it's backwards. That's why he's having such a struggle with it. He knows this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. A man knows. He knows, nope, that's not the way it's supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be moving in with her. We're supposed to be getting a general place together. He feel like he's losing his identity because you are losing your identity. He feels vulnerable because you are vulnerable. You're going to have to walk on eggshells. And if you don't give her the sperm to make the baby that she does not need to have, she's going to put you out on your head. Jewel asked Stacia a right question. She said, is he the right man for you? She started talking about, oh, we have things in common and our mannerism and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, answer the question, Stacia. Answer the question. Is he the right man for her? He is the right man for her to get her that sperm. It's my tissue. He is the right man. Get her the sperm. Any man is the right man for Stacia right about now because she needs that sperm. Okay. Nate's friend asks about the cons. Listen to what Nate says. This is why I don't think Nate. Hey, Lex. I don't think Nate is making what he said he make. He said the con is she's 37 and she wants kids now, today, tomorrow. And listen to what he says. And I'm like, I want to be able to provide. And she's like, let's have fun. I don't think Nate is making the money he's making. First of all, he just got into day trading. You have to be in this thing a minute to really, really make some money. I have day trading friends on YouTube. I follow them. You really have to be in this thing for a minute to be making some, and I don't think he's making $150,000 a year. Now, Nate still has not figured out what he wants to do with his life. Maybe this is it. But he is throwing spaghetti at the wall. Remember, he said if there's something they had a good idea, they got into it, they filed for bankruptcy, and then somebody else was doing day trading. So he said, well, let me try that and see if that worked. Where are you going? Who are you supposed to be in the earth realm? At 30, how old is she? 35. 35, he still hasn't figured that out. At 35, Nate still has not figured out what he's supposed to be doing with his life. He's just throwing spaghetti at the wall. So personally, I don't think he makes the money he says he's making. Because listen to what he said. She wants to have kids now. And he's like, I want to be able to provide. That's a good thing. That's a good thing that a man wants to be able to provide for his child. That means right now, he is not able to provide. And I'm thinking $150,000 a year after taxes. You should be able to do a little something. And she's basically like, well, I got the money. Let's just have the baby and have fun. Mm-hmm. Stacia says Nate never been in love before, and Jewel brought up that he had shacked up with a girl and probably living with her until he got on his feet. She said he's never been in love with her. He wasn't in love. He was just going through the motions. And now she's wondering, will it be 2 and 3 years of them living together? And will he be going through the motions? And will he be able to love her and be in love with her? For some reason, I feel like the love thing is producer pushed. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like it is. I feel like Nate knows he's gonna have to give her what she wants, say I love you, so she can let him move in and spend her money and stuff. But I just feel like this whole love thing between Stacia and Nate is producer push. Though that's what they're giving us, so we're going to use it. And so then Nate friend asks about decision day. What's the decision? And the dad said, you ain't getting no older. Listen what he says. He said he doesn't want to feel pressured and he has to be ready mentally. So that means he is feeling pressured of staying married to Stacia, and he is not mentally ready. And those are all good factors. All good things Nate is saying is like, you have to be mentally ready. And I don't think he's not mentally ready. He's not psychologically ready. He's not emotionally ready, and he's not physically ready to be a father. Because you have to be. You have to be. I absolutely love you and adore you. My windows are open. I love the fall breeze, girl. The snow, I can feel the snow in the air. Let me know what you think about Stacia and Nate. I'll be back to do the rest of the couples, okay? Come on back later. Let's talk about some other stuff I got going on here. I'm hearing in the news. Love you. Let me know what you think. Please be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up. Bye.